Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are joining us from. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're tuning in from. Today is another special day. Today is a sharing is caring talk show. Are you an educator? Are you a student? Whatever you are doing to earn a living, today's topic is very, very important. It's so special, it's phenomenal, and it's going to be interesting because this is what everyone is craving for. Either parents or would be parents, everyone needs to participate or be a partaker of this today's talk show. My name is Dr. Uche Lin, your favorite host, founder 24 Digi Skills. And we are welcoming everyone that are just joining us across our multiple platforms. And today's topic is very, very important. Please, all you need to do is to kindly grab your popcorn or a cup of coffee. Stay put. You're going to enjoy the show. Kindly click on this live event button and share to your profile, invite friends to join us. Okay? Don't go nowhere. It's never going to be a boring moment for us. And before we do that, or before I proceed to share the topic of today, I would like to go to social media platform to welcome those that are just joining us. Please tell us where you are joining us from. Are you ready? So let's go there and officially welcome those that are just tuning. And we want to find out the first person that just tuning. Okay? All right, let's go there. Yeah. Wow. Namaste, namaskar. Uh, Assalamu alaikum, ndewo, imela. Nice to have you all here and welcome to today's episode of Sharing is Caring talk show. And let's welcome those that are just tuning. The first person that tuning today is Amma. Amma, Dr. Amma. You're tuning in all the way from Silicon. Welcome aboard. Uh, Yeah, we welcome those that are tuning from our social media platforms, our YouTube channel. Yasmin, hi. Hello, thank you for being here today. Thank you for your maximum support. And let's welcome um, Her Excellency Nagla, all the way from Egypt. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, Yasmin, thank you so much for tuning in. And we also have other people that are just joining us, but without wasting much of our time, please tell us where you are tuning in from so that I will address you properly and welcome you officially, okay? Tell us where you are tuning in from, okay? Um, let's welcome. Oh my God, we don't have anyone from Arabic, Arab here, Arab world. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. I can't even know. Please tell us your name and where you are tuning in from, okay? We have uh, Najila. You are tuning in from where? Tell us where you are tuning in from. Okay, we also have Susan. Oh, Susan is tuning in from Egypt. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, congrats to nice to have you all here. I'm so happy that you joined. For all you need to do right now is to click on this live event button and share to your profile so that other people can join us as well, because today's topic is very, very interesting one. I really want to appreciate all our returning subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much for passing by. And if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please just hit the subscribe button. And if you are yet to follow, like and follow us on our social media platforms, on our Facebook page and others, kindly do that as well. Okay, so we welcome Nisa. Please tell us where you are tuning in from so that we can welcome you officially. Okay, thank you so much. We have Nisa here. Uh, the next person, we have Shama Mamadou. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name so well. Do not crucify me. Okay. We also have Baman, I think from BD Bangladesh. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, that's great. Let's keep it going. Tell us, it's going to be an interactive session. Please tell us where. Okay, Nisa is tuning in from Pakistan. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. And we also have, uh, let's welcome Sapana Malik joining from India. Wow, that's great. Thank you so much. Namaste, namaskar. Thank you, thank you. And we also have, okay, waiting for an interesting session. Yeah, it's going to be a thought-provoking topic actually. And I'm getting I'm getting there soon. So just grab a cup of popcorn and coffee, okay? Relax and you're going to enjoy this show. And you're going to enjoy this show, sorry. And I trust that it's going to be very, very interesting. It's never going to be a dull moment with all of us here today. So I officially welcome everyone on board. So I'm going to go back to studio. I'm going to go back to studio to officially introduce today's topic. Okay, I'm going to remove that from the screen. Okay. All right. Maybe it's because of the network, but it's okay. It will clear very soon. So I think my co-host is having some technical glitches, but it's okay, no problem. So learning is a continuous process. Okay, he or she who refuses to learn cannot grow. Okay, and you will be stagnated in one place. So it is a continuous process. So we are here in this platform to learn with and from each other. And today's topic is a thought-provoking topic, which is we are going to learn a lot from parenting, not just positive parenting skills tips. Okay, so let's talk about parenting. When it comes to the parenting is a topic that drives deep emotions, and it is also raises many key questions, and also is very unique to every family. Parenting means different things to different people. I don't really know what that means to you, but you will soon find out what it means to our certified psychologist today. So we are going to learn a lot from her, nuggets of wisdom. Don't go nowhere. Why there's no such rules or set of rules or official handbook. No, there's no particular school or special trainings or classes to teach parents about good or and positive parenting skills. Yet parenting styles, skills is very, very crucial and it matters a lot while the upbringing of a child or raising up a child. So, without further ado, permit me to welcome our certified mindfulness specialist in our midst today. She's no other person than you're going to hear from the house's mouth. Let's welcome her on stage. She's no any other person than Her Excellency Anju Kumar, all the way from India. Anju Kumar, hope I pronounced your
Namaskar.
name correctly.
Yeah, I'm Anju
Okay,
Kumar
thank you.
Anand.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Nice to have you here today. And sorry, my co-host is having some technical glitches. Okay, I'm going to share more light about Her Excellency Anjukuma. She's a she's a holder of a master degree. I mean, masters in arts and a master in education. Wow, she's also a certified mindfulness parenting practitioner and accredited for that matter. She also holds certificate in parenting science for busy parents, and she also holds a certificate in positive psychology. Nice to have you here, ma'am, and you're doing a great job. It is honor to have you here with us today. So, welcome on the show. The stage
Thank
and
you.
mic is all yours.
Thank you.
Could you please address our viewers, those that just tune in, so that we can
Yeah,
start with the business of today?
yeah. Uh, Namaskar from India. Uh, I think it's afternoon somewhere and evening somewhere, but I'm going to say namaskar to everyone. Uh, it's a pleasure being here, and I extend my heartfelt gratitude to not only to Her Excellency Dr. Uche Linda Okpala, who is the founder and the chairperson of 21st DigiSkills for her efforts towards anchoring of today's show, Sharing is Caring. Her own ideas and elegance of explanation of everything is immense. She has a very contagious smile. I was just talking to her before the show. This is the first time I met her. And I need to mention my deepest sense of appreciation. I also extend thanks to the co host, Honorable His Excellency Kamaku Felix, the Executive Board of Directors, Events and Planning, 21st Degree Skills. And last but not the least, I would also like to thank the staff and the members of the organization, 21st DG Skills, for organizing this gala event. I'm honored and humbled that I have been given this opportunity to express my views on parenting and to suggest some tips for smooth and hassle free parenting. I'm all the more encouraged when a lot of people from different parts of the world joined us just before this session started. Of all the jobs that a person is doing, whatever his or her hours may be, parenting is the most difficult, the most important of them all, and perhaps the most time consuming. With 2 years of the COVID 19 pandemic in the rear view, many parents are feeling the burn of virtual school, cancelled playdates, strained spousal relationships, and other challenges. In fact, all those who are present here today, if you've been parenting through the pandemic, you would have also likely experienced a sense of frustration and helplessness. So, today I'm here to talk about parenting and also to suggest some parenting tips out of my 3 decades of experience as a teacher, as well as a parent of two kids who are now grown up. Now, at the onset, I would like to mention that all children are not the same in their development as well as in their patterns of behavior. Most of them learn these appropriate behaviors with the help of their parents or their teachers. Now, let me tell you that for a small child, three people are very important in his life. First comes his mother, then his father, and then God. In fact, the parents only introduce the child to God, and it is through the parents that in the initial stages, a child knows which place to go for worship or how to worship God. Parenting style influences the behavior of a child. I think it is very important to say here that good parents are made, they are not born. So, like any other skill, parenting is also a skill which can be learned and mastered. Parenting skill is not something that you discover or are good at. It is more of practicing your responsibility as a parent in a loving but practical means and avoiding some mistakes that a parent may generally be committing inadvertently.
Wow, thank you so much for that a wonderful intro. Isn't this interesting? I'm so super hyped right now. Okay, and I believe our viewers, those are just joining us today, you are so eager to know or to understand what she meant by positive parenting skills. So don't go nowhere. Just like I said earlier on, grab a cup of coffee or popcorn to keep yourself busy, relax as you enjoy the show. So, before we proceed with the interview, I would like to go over to the social media platforms to let's react. Please, it's going to be an interactive session. Kindly react, share what you feel that parenting should be, the positive, the what you know about parenting is going to be an interactive one. So let's welcome those that just tuning. Don't go nowhere. Trust you're having fun. All right. So we also have uh other people that just tune in. Thank you so much. Tell us where the country you are tuning in from so that I can address you properly, okay? We have Vinod. Vinod, where are you joining us from? Tell us where you are joining us from. Thank you so much. We have Joseph, all the way from Philippines. You are a senior member of the family. Thank you so much for your maximum support. You always been here. With that, all of you that know us here today. So let's welcome uh, yeah, we have those that are tuning in from YouTube. Thank you so much. We have Abe. Abe, where are you tuning us from? Assalamu alaikum and merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. We have uh, Miran from Romania. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's topic is very interesting. So just like I said before, if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do that. Okay, you're going to be notified of our upcoming events and conferences. Yeah, let's welcome Sameh from Tunisia. Merci beaucoup. We have Sana here. Salam from Pakistan. Salam. Thank you. We have Professor Azra from Iran. Thank you so much, Professor. Thank you for always being here for us. You are part of us. Thank you are the same. We have all the way from Egypt. Wow, Egyptians, we have a lot of Egyptians here today. Thank you so much. We have Mohammed Hassan, all the way from Egypt. Thank you for tuning in. We have Sana. Sana, thank you. Tell us where you are tuning in. Yeah, great job. Thank you so much. This is our expertise, our special guest psychologist, our guest today just released a tip of an iceberg. So you are yet to as to hear all from her. She's going to share her professional expertise on the subject matter. So tell us, it's going to be an interactive session. Tell us what you feel that a positive parenting skill should be. Drop that in a comment section. Tell us how you feel about this topic. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Great. That is great. We're going to start. Parenting is very interesting. Just like I said earlier on, that it doesn't have an official handbook or class or whatever to learn how this should be done. But based on the professional expertise, based on her professional expertise, she's going to share her nuggets of wisdom with us on how the tips of positive parenting skills. So stay put, don't go nowhere. I'm going to go back to the studio to continue with the business of the day. So don't go nowhere. All right. So thank you so much. We have other people tuning in. Thank you. All you need to do right now is click on this share button, share to invite friends to join us, would be parents. Or if you're already a parent, of course, you're going to learn one or two from our experts here today. Thank you so much. Yeah, Honorable Ma'am. Very insightful session. Yeah, we are here to start with. This is just uh, this is just a tip of an iceberg. We want to get started with the business of the day. Thank you, everyone. Those that tune in, I'm very grateful that you are all here to support us. Thank you. Okay, um, I'm coming. Sorry, the network is not is yeah, thank God. My network is actually raining over here, so I'm having some little technical glitches. Network has kicked my co-host out from the studio, but it's okay. It is what it is. So let's get started. I'm super excited. So thank you so much, Her Excellency Anju Kuma, for the wonderful work you'll be doing in various in your community, not just in your community alone, but in the world at large when it comes to the parenting, coaching. Of course, you are you are a second to the none. And today we are going to start with what we are here for. First of all, I would like to know, how do you motivate yourself and your students?
See, actually, things were a lot better before the pandemic. We were able to interact with the students. We were getting a lot of time with them. But now, due to pandemic, a lot of things have taken a backseat. See, when you are actually interacting with the students, what I believe is whether you are a parent or a teacher, you should always praise him in the public and scold him in private. See, if you are thinking that a child will take it in, no, he will not. If it's a small child, maybe up to the age of 9, 10, 11, it's okay. But 12, 13, 14, when they become the get of this age, they don't take it anymore. They become rebellious. So whenever we are dealing with students or whenever we are dealing with children at home, we have to be very, very respectful. As far as possible, we should use positive reinforcements. I think the word don't just puts them off. We should not start a sentence with don't. I think we should always, we can begin like this. I feel, I think if you did this way, it would be better. The minute we say don't, that just pushes them off, or they just switches on the trigger button for them. And then there is a point where you can't get them back. Same in the class also. If you scold them, suppose they're asking you a question, they've not understood something. Sometimes we feel that they're doing it deliberately. That may not be the case. Maybe they're asking you a question genuinely. So if they're asking you a question in class, you can answer them. Still, again, if they ask you something, you can very politely tell them, please come and see me after the class. If the child comes back to you, automatically it means he had a doubt. But if he doesn't come back to you, means it was just out of a prank that he wanted to trouble you in the class. Similarly, I believe even at home, if you have two kids, you have two children, I think there are different ways in which we can deal with them. There are different ways in which we can handle them. We can't use the same parenting style for both the children, because the degree to which they are, the degree of their motivation that they need or their sensitivity, that differs from child to child also. So for motivation, we can use a lot of methods. Sometimes rewards, sometimes you can even tell them that if you do this, you will be getting this. Or we can motivate them by even calling them or giving them some extra time even after the school hours.
Thank you so much for that
Thank you, ma'am.
insightful honestly sharing. I believe I'm an educator as well, and we also have educators those that tune in. Please, one thing that I can never forget from what you've just shared from your insightful speech is that we should not use don'ts. Don't. Don't. We should not use the word don't. It's really push them off. Rather, we should encourage them. Use what we call positive reinforcement. That is the key word. And that's going to motivate them. Wow. I know this for me. what is going to happen right now is that let's go to the over to the social media, the comment section, to find out some, the reaction from people that tune in. I've just said mine. Please share your own thought as well. Okay, so let's see if we have any reactions based on what you've just said. Okay, let's see. Good job, ma'am. I'm Samad Aspra from Speech Master. Nice to have you here. Your Evo Ambassador Honorable. I'm happy to see you here. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay, we also have a great job. Dr. She, I follow you up. Dr. Hannah Abbas, all the way from Egypt. Thank you so much. Today's topic is very, very interesting. All you need to do right now is to share this event because we've just started. Okay. Uh, yeah, this person said, good luck. Please, we want to know your thoughts. Share your thought as regards to what our experts has just shared with us. We want to know your own thought. What do you think that positive parenting should be? Just like she said, from what I grabbed from what she had just shared with us now, that we should not use a don't word. It push them off, it scare them away. Rather, we should imbibe the attitude of using what we call a positive reinforcement, which is going to encourage students, okay, in the teaching and learning process. What is your own thought? We'll drop it in the comment section. Okay, we also thank you so much. Wow, okay, I have enforcement is a crucial for children. Enforcement, yeah, positive reinforcement. Yeah,
Positive,
thank
positive.
you. Positive, yeah, positive reinforcement. Okay. Please, this is an interactive session. I believe that you, as a would-be parent, or you are a parent, please share your own thoughts, what you feel about this topic. Drop it right in this comment section. Okay. We have uh reward children is very reward. Yeah, reward children is very, very important. And thank you so much for that input. We have good evening, Khan. Namaste. I think you're tuning in from India. Thank
India.
you so much. Tell us where you're tuning in. If you're just tuning in, uh, welcome. And today's topic is we have experts, and I miss a certified psychologist. That the topic is parenting skills, not just parenting, positive parenting skills tips. So, what do you think about this topic? Could you please drop your own perspective, yeah, about the topic on the comment section? Okay. We have here uh, Professor Azra. Thank you so much. So great. Yeah, it is very, very important that what we should be, or how we should be treating us, parenting our kids, not just teachers that are parents as well, because their words spent most of the time with their teachers. Teachers is number one parent apart from being biological parent. That is what I'm saying. So let's welcome Professor Hayat, all the way from Tunisia. Thank you so much. And this Vinod said, great. Yeah, we have Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Is in Arabic. Thank you all the same. We have Ambassador Hari Mukherjee all the way from India. We want your contribution. What do you think about this topic? Drop it on the comment section. We'll be going to, from time to time, we'll be checking to see your reactions because it's an interactive section. Okay, this is a thought-provoking topic that everyone should be part and parcel of. You should correct negative responses. Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for that wonderful input. Yeah, definitely we are going to correct them in love, not just by pushing them away. There's a way, there are so many ways that you can kill a rat without blood coming out from its mouth. Let's, first of all, you know, correct, admonish them in love, not just don't word all the time. They're going to be scared, and whatever message that you're trying to pass across, that is not going to be digested, or digested easily in them. But when we use the right word, okay, they will listen. And giving them listening ear is also a key word. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, more comment. We want you to comment. We want you to drop your comment. Okay, understanding, listening, and collaboration with children will guide their problems. Thank you so much, Professor Azra. That's why this topic, this sharing is caring, is very, very important, because we are here. We are here today to learn with and from each other. Look at the positive comments, contributions you are making. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Okay. Someone asked a question from YouTube. Sina, please share examples of positive reinforcement. Okay, I think that's, please, we also would like to see your question. She's going to respond to that. She's up for it. And thank you. You see that, please, Her Excellency, note that you're going to share the examples of positive reinforcement. Just like you said, it's one of my takeaway anyway. Okay, let's hear what uh, Ambassador Harry has to say. Best caring with love and affection is most important for a positive parenting. That is what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. And uh, thank you. You are a good trainer. Thank you so much. And okay, Vinod is actually from India. Thank you. Wow. Okay. I think this last I'm going to take for now, so that we get back to studio to continue from where we left off. Do not use positive responses many times. Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for your active participation. This is how it should be, because it is an interactive session. So what I'm going to do right now, we're going to proceed. That is really awesome. I'm happy right now. So let's get back to the business of the day. So I would like to call upon our guest panelist, certified psychologist, uh, Her Excellency Ajikuma. What may be the common parenting mistakes that most parents may be committing while raising their kids, even though they may be having the welfare of their children at heart? What do you think about this? Please, the stage and mic is all yours now.
Thank you, Her Excellency. Yes, even though a parent has the welfare of the child at heart, but despite that, they may be making some parenting mistakes in their parenting journey, which may have adverse effect on their children, maybe leading to some aggressive behavior, temper tantrums, or even conduct misbehavior among them. They may be making these mistakes inadvertently without even realizing it. I'm just going to point out a few of them. And since we also have some educators, please forgive me, but sometimes even we do the same in schools. The first mistake that the parents make is that they consider or think that their child is a form of species other than Homo sapiens or human beings, some animal species or bird species. Now, why do you think I'm saying this? Or how is it proved that parents think that their children are some different kind of species other than the Homo sapiens or the human beings? Because they drag their body with force. They talk about their kids in front of others. When we generally call the parents for a PTA meeting, we talk about the child, we discuss the child, we talk about the child in front of the relatives, insult them as if they're not there in the room. And we also get angry with the kids if they are expressing their opinion or in the way he is thinking. Now, one very important thing that we should remember is that even a child is an adult with a small body. The child also exhibits all the emotion that an elderly person or an adult does. He can get upset, he gets happy, he's jealous. So we should not we should not think that he's not understanding anything. So we can do whatever we like with him. Second mistake that the parents generally make is that they mistake the results of the child's actions with his or her intentions. I'll explain this with the help of an example or a small story. There was this particular girl in a school. Her parents were called, and this complaint was made to the parents that this child is hitting the children when she comes to school in the morning. She hits the students around her, the children around her. The mother of the child knew her daughter very well, so she said this should not be the case. I don't know why she's doing it. But she took the child aside and she asked her that why do you hit the children when you come to school in the morning. So this girl told her that I have seen some students of the school, the grown up boys and girls, they hit each other in the morning when they come, they punch each other. And I thought it was a way of greeting the students in the morning. But what she didn't realize is that this was not being reciprocated. When she was hitting the children, they didn't know it's a way of, a playful method where they were also supposed to hit the child in a playful way. So her intentions were right, but the results were not right. Now, the third important mistake that I'm going to discuss here today is that parents feel that the child wants to aggravate them, cause aggravation to them by not listening to them. This is not the case. The child always does what he considers is right. He thinks is right for him, so he's doing it. It may not be right for you. A very small example. When a child is sitting and doing some work, I'm not talking about studies, maybe he's with the phone, maybe he's sitting in front of the television. You tell him, go take a shower, go and take your bath. You do that once, you do that twice, you've done the third time, the child is not getting up. The reason why the child is not getting up is not that he wants to aggravate you, cause aggravation, but the only reason is he doesn't want to have a shower at that time. He thinks he doesn't want to get into the shower. That is right for him. But we think that he's doing it deliberately. I think, it's my opinion basically, I think to some extent we should allow the child to do whatever he feels like doing as long as he's not jeopardizing his life or the life of the others around him, and as long as he's not harming anyone. Okay, fine. If one day he doesn't have his shower, it's not going to make any difference. But we again cause a lot of tensions between us by going on repeating the same thing again and again. And then, the circle starts. Okay, fine. You always do that. You don't listen to me. You're doing it deliberately, which was actually not the intention of the child. So, in my opinion, right now, I've discussed these three very important parenting mistakes that we are making. And yes, we are not doing it deliberately, but somehow, even though we have the welfare of child in mind, we are committing these mistakes. I don't think I can hear you, ma'am.
So sorry about that. I
It's
just
okay
muted
now. Yeah,
myself
yeah.
because
It's
okay,
okay now.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry
yeah.
about that. Thank you so much for sharing
Thank
your
you, ma'am.
awesome, in fact, very insightful uh, speech response to this question, because there's a lot of parenting mistakes that we as educators or biological parents are doing that we don't even really know that's going to affect the student or the world in the nearest future. Okay, so the way that you just nail it now is very, very important. Yeah, we should not be a determinant factor for students or our words while deciding or in a decision making. Allow them to decide what to do or what they would like to do, okay, as far as that is not going to affect their learning or their health wise, okay. But yeah, at the same time they should not be a choosy people, because it's going to affect them when they grow up. Thank you so much for that insightful
Thank you, ma'am.
uh response. Let's go over to the comment section to see some reactions from educators, which are number one parents in the whole wide world, educators or teachers. Let's see what they have to say about this, what you've just shared with us now. Please, you can ask your questions as well. Okay. This person said, yes, man, said true. You're making your point. Yeah, Vinod said, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Um, great. All right. Drop your comment. What do you feel that these mistakes
Mm.
that we are making as an educator or as a real parent, parents, what do you think about these mistakes that we are doing? We are making it all the time, thinking that we are doing the right thing. Okay, this sometimes some children is very, very intelligent and smart than
Mm.
adults. Yeah, we have 20, these are 21st century kids. They even know
Mm.
better off than their teachers or even some parents. When it comes to the intellectual wise, I don't really know. That's what the generation that we are in right now. They knows more than, thank you so much. They know more than adults. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thanks. Please ask your questions. Oh, before I proceed, she's going to respond to the other question. Someone said that she should
I will.
share the positive parenting skills. Yeah, so just be patient. She's going to respond to that. Um, how to balance discipline with giving way to children. How will you balance this discipline? This is a very crucial question. Thank you. She's going to respond to that. A great presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. You're good as well. Thank you for being here. This person awesome. Kindly ask your question. Drop your comments. It is an interactive show, so everyone has to just get involved by dropping your comments or what you feel, your own, what you feel about this topic or what she just shared with us. Okay, and Sana said, your stories help to realize the common mistakes that we as adults are making. Thank you so much.
Thank
Did you
you.
see that?
Thank you.
That is what. Thank you. The story she
Thank you
yeah.
so
The
much.
common
Thank
mis-
you.
common
Thank you, Sana.
mistakes that we
Thank
are
you.
making. Thank you, Sana. We don't even know that we we don't even know that I'm making mistakes. Okay. Good evening from Romania. Thank you so much. Good evening too. Here is afternoon actually in Nigeria. Okay. Sana said a great presentation. Thank you so much. Please, we would like to
Thank you.
see your comments. What do you think about what our guest expert has just said? Okay, let's see this. My son threw out the medicine in the basket because it's not delicious. He's just 4 years old, you see. Wow. Did you see that? Yes. Let me not say something, but I will say something after our experts. So I think you're going to respond to uh, the questions first, and before we proceed. The stage is all yours now. The first question
Uh,
and the second question.
Somebody asked that how would you use positive reinforcements? I just mentioned
Yeah,
that we should not start the, we should not start with don't. That just puts them off, that just pushes the button. But we can use positive and reinforcement. For example, if a child wants to have an ice cream, you can always tell him, yes, you can have an ice cream, but after you have your dinner. Or you can watch the TV, but after you finish your homework. No, don't, generally what our tendency is, don't switch on the TV. You have to study. You have an exam. But we can always be kind with him, and we can always tell him that you can watch the television, you can watch your favorite television show or a match, but only after when you finish your homework, without being firm with him. Or sometimes what happens is that the child is a very small child, is not able to understand his feelings, he's not able to name them. So we can help him out, and we can use some positive reinforcements. For example, if we have to go out somewhere, instead of telling him, hurry up, go and wear your coat, everybody's waiting for you, we can always tell that child, I think it is better that you get up, wear your coat, and come back soon because Papa is waiting in the car. I think I feel are better than how dare you do this? You don't do this. How can you do this? Who asked you to do this? These things are not good for a child. So we can use positive statements for the child. Let me just mention one thing here, that when we are bringing up a child, all of a sudden, just because we've learned a few tips today, we want to change ourselves and we think that the child is going to listen to us immediately. That is not possible. These things will take time. As I just mentioned, parenting is a 24 into 7 into 365 job, and there is no end to it. A child may be of any age, he or she always wants the parents. Even grown up children generally come and they confine in their parents. And what we should do is that the parenting journey should be a pleasant one. Yes, there may be certain unpleasant things from time to time, but I think, in my opinion, what I feel is that when a child is very small, we should listen to his small, small things when he's small. Otherwise, he will not tell us the big, big things when he becomes big. So that confidence that child should have, that the mother is there or the father is there or somebody is there in the family that he can confide in. Instead of somebody else coming and telling us that your child has made this mistake, the child should have so much of confidence that he or she can come and confide at least in the mother. Ma'am, I don't remember some other question that was asked. One was about positive reinforcements.
Okay, the second question here. Okay, we also have other question. The second question here, which is how would a parent,
Yeah, yeah,
discipline, balance the discipline with
yeah.
giving way to children?
See, we have to balance both. Sometimes we actually, it's not that we have to give in to the child all the time and be strict with him all the time. Uh, Most of the people here would be knowing, or they would be aware of the fact that there is a concept called tiger parenting. Just imagine the name of an animal has been placed before the word parenting. So it's like, a person who wants too much from a child and is not enabling him to do anything just because he wants some high grades from that child, or is expecting the child to reach great heights. Fine. Sometimes, as we all know, whatever a parent himself or herself has not been able to achieve in life, he wants his child to achieve that, but the child feels that it is my life also. How far am I going to satisfy the ego or the wishes of my parents? So we can use a mixture of both. Sometimes we can give in to the child, sometimes we can be strict with them. So it's a honey coated pill. So the child should be made aware. See, when we simply tell a child not to do this because this is not good for you, he will not understand. He will retaliate. But we have to control ourselves, because you see, once a child says something, when we say something to a child, he doesn't listen to us. Again, we yell at him, we get angry. Again, he shows some negative behavior. So this cannot be allowed. Somewhere or the other, we should tell him that this is right for you and this is wrong for you. And then in the end, sometimes we can always tell him it is your decision after all. That is only when the child is of a certain age. So discipline should be inculcated in the child with the help of some kind of kindness also. We need not be disciplined, we need not be disciplined with the child all the time, because that brings out the negative behavior in him. He will retaliate.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for
Thank
that
you, ma'am.
quick
Yeah.
response to that. Someone shared with us that my son threw out the medicine in the basket because it's not delicious. He's just barely 4 years old. So, how would you say that the parents should react to this?
See, the
Please
parent
discuss
has
it,
to
Darius.
Sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You can react to that.
See, what I feel is that the child, because it's a 4-year-old child, he is not able to express his emotions. The parent should sit with the child and explain to him that when you are coughing, when you are having fever, you're not able to do certain things. You're not able to play with Papa, you're not able to look out of the window, you're not able to go to school. So, until and unless you have this, you will not be able to do all these things that you're missing out on. I think that is going to be very helpful, because a child will understand only when he is told about the repercussions of his action. Simply throwing the medicine in the basket and then the parents screaming at him or shouting at him or making him have forcefully will not solve the case. See, it's a very simple thing. You can take a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink that water. A child has to be told the reason why he needs to have this medicine, and what if he's not able, if he's not having that medicine, what will be the result. I think this is going to be beneficial for the child. He will understand and he'll be able to have that medicine. Or you can always tell him that after you have this medicine, sorry ma'am. Okay.
Thank you for that
Thank you.
quick response. Honestly, I just love that. You can only force a horse to the stream; they cannot force it to drink water. So we, as
Thank you.
parents, either teacher or biological teacher, parents, please, please just adhere to the instruction or the tips of what our experts has just shared with us. Thank you so much for that
Thank you, ma'am.
insightful response. So let's start continue with where I left off. In most cases, it is generally seen that when the kids get angry or upset, they manifest it in the form of negative behavior, like lack of cooperation, refusals, and some certain activities, and even challenging behaviors. So this is followed by parents' annoyance, irritation. They will be irritated. Some will be furious. Some will be, they will flare up, anger, thereby leading to a vicious circle. How can this vicious circle be broken? It is very rampant these days how some teachers or even parents, react to this kind of attitude. Please, I need honestly, your thoughts on this. The stadium mic is all yours now.
Thank you, ma'am. Uh, See, first of all, we get the triggers. A child refuses to do certain things, he's not cooperating, he exhibits some kind of challenging behaviors. This, once this comes from the child, then it pushes the button, it pushes our button. We get angry as teachers or as parents, we get irritated, annoyed, we hit the child, we get upset. Then again, when we are doing these things, again there's a negative behavior from the side of the child. He gets upset, angry, starts throwing tantrums. So a vicious circle is formed. Now, in my opinion, there can be a three-prong approach, or there can be three steps to break this vicious circle or cycle. First of all, we should work out on solutions to prevent negative behavior. Now, as the children are growing up, as the kids growing up, they can use negative behavior to express themselves. Sometimes they're doing it to attract the attention of the parents or the teachers in school. Negative behavior, I feel, is only a symptom. Feelings are the root of this negative behavior, of all behavior. Children do not understand their negative feelings, and they're not able to name them, they're not able to express them. Now, what we can do as parents or as teachers, we should help them to name this feeling, and as such, we should also be able to help them understand what they're feeling at that time. And when we are able to help them to understand this negative feeling that they are feeling, this will prevent the negative behavior from occurring again. It takes hardly 10 seconds to do that. When a child is very angry or upset or is throwing up tantrums, we can sit with the child and ask him, I see you are doing this because you are angry. I wonder if you're feeling hungry. I'm sorry. I think you are feeling tired, or you're feeling again, something like hungry or tired or something you can use. Now, second thing, after we are able to identify this negative behavior, why he's doing this, we can use tools and techniques, teaching techniques, to manage the negative behavior of the child at that moment. Generally, we are not doing this. We are much older than the child who is exhibiting the negative behavior. But what is our general tendency? What is our general reaction to it? We snap at the child. We find it very easy to snap at the child. We find it very easy to hit the child, to slap the child. But that creates more anger in the child. So at that time, what we should do is we should use some phrases, or again, I'm talking about positive reinforcements, to be able to explain to the child that what he's doing is not right. Third is we can use respectful but positive discipline to coach children to be able to not get into that negative behavior in the long run. The first one was identifying the cause for this negative behavior, giving a name to his feeling. The second one was that we have to control ourselves to be able to bring out something positive. And the third is we have to use certain techniques that will prevent it from happening in the future. This is not short term, it is long term. Now, I'll just explain a few things here in the third point. We always have to remember that the child's self respect or the child's dignity matters. We have to use praise. We have to listen to their side of the story also, which we are not doing very often. We are just putting a tag on the child. You are like this, you always do like this. We should provide the children with some choices, and we should use rewards, as well as we should use some kind of privileges to them. We should give some kind of privileges to them. We should show empathy to the child, and we should understand how he feels and should behave in the right way. Again, I'll give an example. Suppose a child has hit another child and you've come to know about it. Go to the child and find out. Ask your child, why did you hit the child? Obviously, the child is going to say, because he did not give me the ball. Again, you can respond in this way, that I understand that you really want to play with this ball and that he won't give it to you, but hitting the other boy or the other child is not the correct way to get it. Maybe he understands this way. We have to set boundaries and expectations, and the child should know that if he is hitting another child, he's not going to get away with it. We have not scolded him, we have not shouted at him, but we have explained it to him in a very, very down to earth manner, that hitting the child will not be of any use because you're not going to get that ball in any case.
Thank you for
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
you just cleared it as uh, anyone can easily grab what you've just said, especially the three major things that has to be done: identifying the cause of the problem. First of all, it's very, very important for us as a teacher to identify what could be the cause of this. I mean, why this why this particular kid or student is behaving in such a manner, or as in for students, sometimes you see them acting, so wild and unrespectful. There must be something that triggers that. There should be a cause. There must be a cause, as in that triggers that action, negative behavior. So we should try using some key points you just narrow down to us now. Please, let me just hang in there. I will go over to the comment section to see the reactions of our viewers. Okay. For those that are just tuning in, thank you so much. We have Professor Seifu Taiwo, they are from Nigeria. Thank you so much. The country director, 24 DJ Skills Nigeria. Yeah, thank you for negative responses should be corrected at once to prevent the repetition, repetition of this behavior in the future. In my point of view, thank you so much, Dr. Abbas, for your wonderful contribution. Okay, and we have Sana said absolutely right. Thank you. And here we have uh,
Thank you.
Alex. Well done, ma. You have done justice to the topic. Honestly, she just nailed it. There is no point. It's very clear, crystal clear. There's no point to stress it anymore because she just narrowed it down to everyone. And I think I'm going to go back to the studio to continue from where we left off. Thank you so much, uh, Alex. Yeah, for that wonderful uh, intro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, all right. We are going to continue. So I'm having some technical glitches here. All right. Is it a common complaint of parents that children do not listen to whatever their parents say? What are the reasons for this behavior, and what suggestion do you think that should like to give as regards to these reactions from students, or what? The stage and mic is all yours now.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yes, it is a very common complaint of the parents and even the teachers that children do not listen to them. In my opinion, it is a misconception that the children have to listen to what you have to say. Please don't misunderstand me. What I mean to say is that actions speak louder than words. Children actually listen to what you do rather than what you say to them. You can talk, you can yell, you can ask your child to do certain things till you blow your face, but they will not listen. I'll give you a very small example. Most of us who are sitting here, we're all adults. You must have taken up some habits of your parents. You must have been you must have been imitating them. And sometimes when you meet your relatives after quite some time, they look at you and say, "Oh, you look like your father. You talk like your mother." Maybe you have done this without even realizing it. So a child is always looking at you. You are on his radar 24 into 7. He's noticing everything that you are doing. So here also a child is mimicking you. So if you want a child to actually listen to you, you should be the role model. For example, you must have seen your child when you're not in the room picking up your specs and wearing that specs and reading like you do. Sometimes the child picks up the walking stick of his grandparents and starts walking like they do. So, and even the small girls you must have seen, they sit in front of the mirror and try to put lipstick and some other makeup kits they're using, and they do it exactly as their mothers are doing. They even wear their heels and start walking. So, whatever we want our children to do, we should be doing it ourselves. I know it's very difficult. One might even say, don't we have a life of our own? But yes, sacrifices have to be made. I'll just give you a very small example. The minute we enter the house after coming back home from work, we tell the child, every time I see you sitting in front of the television. Now, the child might even answer back saying, when did you see me? You last saw me 24 hours back, yesterday. In the morning, I was sleeping when you went away, or you were sleeping when I went to school. So it is uh, I should say the child does not answer back. But the right way is, suppose you want the child to do the homework, or suppose the child has an exam, the right way would be that you come back home, freshen up, have a cup of tea, sit in front of the television for 5-10 minutes instead of asking the child to switch off that TV, because that is really going to cause a lot of trouble to him. And you are doing more harm than good. Sit in front of the television, switch it off. You bring your paper. I think instead of reading the paper in the morning, You can always have the habit of reading in the evening, or pick up a book, sit with the child. So the child will also understand after a day or two that I have to do my homework at this time. If you are watching the TV, how can you expect the child not to watch the TV? So whatever we want the children to do, whatever we think the child should do, we should be doing it ourselves also.
Wow. Thank you very
Thank
much
you, ma'am.
for this insightful sharing. You are just dropping your nuggets of wisdom, bit by bit. And wow,
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you so much. I believe I have a lot of takeaway that I'm going home with today. My basket is about getting filled up. Thank you so much. I believe our
My
viewers,
pleasure.
those that are just tuning in, they all have theirs as well. Honestly, what you just said is is honest, is out of word experience for me, because we teachers, we are the number one parents of our words. So sometimes you see students or words behaving in such a manner, and we sometimes we'll be furious. Sometimes we will not be patient with them. We don't give them listening air, especially when we are trying to like transfer aggressions on them.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're not happy, of course, whatever you're going to deliver that day is going to be filled. In fact, it will be rubbish because you're not true with yourself. You want to transfer the aggression back to your students. Whatever you say, first of all, it's not going to, they are not going to listen to what you're going to say. Whatever you're going to
Hmm.
do that day,
Do.
it's not going to make any headway. Because please, as an educator, if you're about to enter your class or you want to start your lectures, whatever that you have bugging you, don't allow it to get in the way of delivering of your your lesson delivery, because it's going to affect both in the teaching and learning process and the student as well. You see them behaving that way, there must be complaints, yeah. So we have our resultant effect as regards our teachers themselves. So they are, in fact, we are their role model. The way we it's just like you said, mimicking, yeah. The way we
Yes.
want our students to be doing. Imagine an educator entered classroom with rumpled outfit, and when you see your student didn't, the school uniform is not well ironed or what, you don't have anything to say because you yourself didn't exhibit any. Oh my god, I don't even know how to put it.
Trouble.
You
Yeah.
understand? So yeah, we should first of all be a role model to them. If you don't want them to be acting in that manner, as a parent, we should behave ourselves. When we glue ourselves to the screen all the time, and you want your student, when your kids comes around to join you, you pursue them away. Why not
Yes.
ask them to do this first, then you can join when you are done with your
Yes.
assignment? Just like you just said, before you just explained everything. Thank you so much. And before we proceed, we would like to check some reactions from the social media. Okay, let's start. Let's go there. Yasmin said, great. Of
Thank
course,
you.
she's always on point. We have, uh, yeah, she said,
Very
errors
nice.
and mistakes, yeah, in teaching a language should not be, okay, should be corrected at once to encourage fluency. Yeah, you see the difference in situation. Of course, thank you so much. It should be corrected immediately. So we should also, thank you so much. Wow. Dr. Abbas, you're doing a great job today. Thank you for your wonderful contribution. Be a correct model. I agree. Thank you. Thank you. And Dr. Nga, President and Project Director, Georgia. Thank you so much. Welcome, ma'am. Thank you. And yeah, we have Fatima from Egypt. She said, hello, everyone from Egypt. Fatima Nasif, thank you so much for being here. Um, Joseph from Philippines, thank you so much, Honorable Ma'am, for a very insightful session. Yeah, a very, very
Thank you. Pleasure
insightful.
is mine.
Okay. We have Sana from YouTube handle. She said,
Thank you,
wonderful
ma'am.
session. Please Let's
Thank you
keep
from the
it
bottom of
coming.
my heart.
Ask your
Thank you.
question. It's supposed supposed to be an interactive session. Okay, what do you feel that students, uh, parents, do you think that they're not doing well that react to these students exhibiting bad behavior? Please drop your perspective, your what you feel that should be right on the comment section. Okay, yeah, we have uh Alex, but it is appropriate to separate a room for a child or children to resume to after coming from school, yeah, and to perform their daily activities without coming into a common sitting room where parents watch TV and listen to news. Yeah, but and so I just totally concur with what you've just said, but uh, there are some situations or scenarios whereby parents that's a typical African families, especially I mean how will I put it, not average family, below average families, you see them, they'll be managing just one okay, we call it self-contained in Nigeria. That's a room and a living room. Okay, did you see that they will not even be able to do that? They won't be able to do all that unless those that are living in a whole apartment that have students we have their rooms, parents we have their general living rooms. Okay, but in the case whereby they just have only one, they're sharing only one room, it's not going to work that way. Okay, so but I don't know, share my thought though, but thank you for your suggestion. We have other comments coming. Please, we want you to drop your comments. Okay, so excellent expression, yeah, thank you so much. I think we're going to go back, get back to studio to continue from where we left off. Thank you for tuning in. AK from Bangladesh, thank you so much
Thank you.
for being here. Thank you for your support and your awesome contributions. We are all here. We are learning with and from each other. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to continue from where we left off. So I'm going to welcome back our expert, certified psychologist, Her Excellency Anju.
Thank you.
Okay, so what the content, I mean, the expressions and insightful comment from our viewers. So, what should be the action plan for parents, or working parents? What should be an action plans for not just parents or working parents, even educators as well, because educators are number one parents in the whole wide world. So, what should be the action plan? So, the stadium mic is all yours. Please inspire us with your nuggets of wisdom. The floor is all yours,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Your Excellency, I believe that as far as possible, I know it's very difficult, but we should keep personal and professional life separate. When we come back home, we should be able to give maximum quality time to children. We should spend that quality time with the children to satisfy their needs for relatedness. And suppose if we have two children in the family, we should take out some time separately for both of them instead of addressing to their needs at the same time. uh, we should get into the habit of taking the children's opinion on different topics, and we should also create a decision rich environment and give the child the opportunities to make their choices throughout the day at different intervals of time or at different places. Remember, we should give importance to the child and say it's your choice, it's your decision. And as far as possible, we should be able to delegate some age appropriate responsibilities to children and encourage them to ask why questions. When they ask a why question and we know the answer, we should be able to answer them. As I told you earlier, also, we should be able to find time to listen to the children, because if we don't listen to the children when they are small, they find other people to make them hear what they have to say. They go outside the house, maybe their friends, maybe they're the friends of the opposite sex after that. So they feel that nobody has time for them, especially for those parents who are working. If they are not able to find time for them, they find this time or this year outside their house. Plan in advance and take time for teaching them, provide practice opportunities to them, and you should be able to at least talk to them when they go to bed at night. When you are free from all your responsibilities, household chores, at least find some time for them. We should be able to learn time management. And what I believe is that since parenting is a full time job, it's very time consuming, we should put on our oxygen masks. What I mean by oxygen masks is that we should be able to take help from the others to bringing up children, especially in their when they're very small. We can take the help of our partner, our spouse, we can take the help of our in laws, our friends, and find some child free time for ourselves. What I believe is, and until and unless we do not take care of ourselves, we will not be able to take care of the child. And as far as possible, we should be able to have some quality family time spent. You can call it FTS, family time spent. Spend some time with your family, at least, let's say, if you're not able to do it every day, at least once a week or twice a week when you have a holiday. And it's better not to sit in front of the TV. You can talk to them, play with them, take them out so that they know that it's very important of being a part of the family. And the most important thing that we have to do these days, especially those children who are in their teens and even older, we have to bring them back from their social media family to our family. They are so much engrossed in the mobiles, in YouTube, that we have to bring them back. We have to explain to them that this family matters. One more thing, you can ask them to make a gratitude jar. You can give them a jar, and every day, whatever they are thankful for to God, for being alive, for being getting good marks, or the mother has done something for them which help them in their school or whatever, or got them ready for the school in time, ask them to put that in the jar. And once a week they should be able to open that jar in front of everyone, and you can read it out to the family what your child has expressed their gratitude for.
Wow, thank you, thank you, thank
Thank you, ma'am.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I don't even have the right words to use to, to thank you for the way you're just narrowing down these
Thank
thoughts
you.
of yours. Thank you. And let's go over to the comment section to see if there's any question for you before we proceed. Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's very
Thank you, ma'am.
useful.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Okay, please ask your questions. What do you think that positive parenting should be? Drop it in the comment section. Drop it there. What you feel that positive parenting skills should be. What are your thoughts? We want to hear from you. We'll be going through this session so that I mean comment section or the reactions from the comment section so that we everyone will just see what your positive thought is all about or what your own contribution. We really want everyone to get involved. This is actually a participatory section. Everyone is allowed to share your thoughts, what you feel about this topic. So ask your questions, okay? All right. So someone says, you are the master of, yeah, she has just been exhibiting her mastery art. That is the word I just used for it. She's an expert in this field, certified mindfulness parenting. Oh, thank you, thank you. She has just been exhibiting her act of mastery. That is very, very important. Okay, and please ask your questions. If there is no, wow, great. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, we also have Yasmin. Thank you so much. I don't think there's any question here. I don't think there's no question. So we are going to proceed. I'm going to thank you for those that are still with us. Thank you so much. And I would like to ask to thank you for being here this far, to stay with for being with us this far. And if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube handle, kindly do so to be updated of our upcoming events. And if you are yet to follow our Facebook page and join us, join our join us in our social media platforms, kindly do that. And I think I'll go over to the studio to continue with our talk show. Thank you so much. Okay. Some people just drop comment. Okay, let's go there. Positive skill for all. Yeah, positivity. We supposed to be having positive vibes around us all the time. Let's try to exhibit positivity in all we do. If we don't have that, we really need to reinforce the act of positivity around us so that things will start working us right for us. Thank you. Yeah, Emma, thank you. Thank you as well. Um, we have Isaiah, all the way from Kenya. I know she's from Kenya. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing. Please, if you, I think there's no any other question here. Please ask your question and what you think that should be. Uh, oh, wow. I'm just seeing. Okay, well, let's welcome Professor Dr. Her Excellency Professor Dr. Nada Ratkovic, all the way from Croatia. Thank you so much for being here. She said, "Positive mindset always."
Always.
Yeah, thank you so much. Um, Ask your question and drop. Please do not forget to drop in the comment section what you feel that positive parenting should be. Parenting doesn't necessarily mean it's just a biological parenting. No, we as a teacher, as educators, we are also parents to our wards, to our students. So, what do you think that this topic should be? Do you have any suggestion? Do you have any insight about this topic? Could you please drop it in the comment section? Okay. Wow, great! Congratulations, man. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
We also have this that is for us really important as educator. I totally concur with what Professor Dr. Nadia, Her Excellency, just commented. She said that is for us really is very, very important as educators, as a professor, as a teacher, whatsoever, as even biological parents. Is very these tips, these parenting skills tips is very, very important, and we should try to imbibe most of the skills to help. It's going to help us, not just educators but our students. When they grow up, it will help them in their career choices. It will help them because there's no how you've planted a mango and you're going to harvest cashew. It doesn't work that way. So let's try to exhibit all these positive traits in our students, in our both biological, whatever, is very, very important. So I think we are going to continue. Oh, some people, there's some comments here before we continue from where we left off. Okay, let's go there. We have Raz, yeah, Karin from Bangladesh. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, there's a question. Please ask your question. She's here. She's our expert is here to respond to your questions. Okay. So, what do you think? We have Dr. Abba here from Egypt. Thank you. I think you're top contributor today. What do you think about the role of anxiety in the development of children at schools? Wow, this is very, very important. question. Thank you. Please, Her Excellency, could you please respond to this?
What I feel is that in the process of completion of courses, in the process of other things that the teachers at school are doing these days, the development of the child is taking a back seat. All the time we are in a hurry to finish off with our course. We have some school holidays, some school breaks, which is not enabling us to do justice to the child. What I believe is, as far as the schools are concerned, because now we're talking from the point of view of the teacher, a teacher or an educator should be the friend, philosopher, and guide of a student. Anxiety, as far as I understand, maybe from the point of view of the parents, because every time when the parents come to school, they are very anxious of their child's performance. They all the time they keep asking the teachers, or the anxiety may be from the point of view of the teachers. But as far as this is concerned, we have to find some time to be able to impart certain values to the students, because the whole aim of education is the all round development of a child. We should not be in a hurry just to finish with our course and just teach the 3 hours reading, writing, and arithmetic to the child. We, as teachers who are the second parents of a child in school, should be able to do justice and should be able to help a child in his or her spiritual, physical, mental journey. Yes, the education is there. We have to provide him with the lessons, we have to provide him with the knowledge. But the overall development of a child's personality is also very important when he or she is coming to school. Otherwise, a child may go in for correspondence or for long distance learning programs. The children suffer during the pandemic because they were made to sit at home. They could not go to school. They could not interact with their teachers. They could not move around in the playground. But when a child is coming to the school, all these have to be provided to him.
Wow. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
that
ma'am.
insightful response. Okay, there are some reactions here. I think I'm going to go through them. Uh, let's start from this. Isaiah, teachers' atonement is also important. Yeah, she has already said something as regards to that. There is a strong relation between anxiety and achievement. Wow. Okay. Um, Professor Taiwo, great session. Thank
Thank you.
you. A good topic.
Thank you.
Interesting. At AK, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your excellency. Yeah. We are all here today. We are all gathered here today to learn with and from each other. Um, Bangladesh. Yeah. Thank you so much. Um, Multiple intelligences theory plays a very important role in bringing up our children. Thank you so much. You're on point. I totally concur with what you've just said. Okay, without further ado, I really want to appreciate all for you for all your wonderful contributions as regards to this thought-provoking topic. Thank you so much for your insight as well. We are here today to learn with and from each other. Wow. Okay. So we get back to studio right now to continue from where I left off. Thank you so much, Your Excellency Anju Kumar, all the way from India. Based on what the reactions from the viewers, what are some of the ways of preventing and dealing with tantrums? Please, the stage and mic is all yours now.
Yes, ma'am. As far as tantrums are concerned, they are basically intense storms of feeling, and they are most commonly seen among the young children's behavioral problems and mostly reported by the parents. Tantrums may be of two types. One is the distress tantrums or emotional tantrums, and the second are non emotional tantrums. The first kind of tantrums, that is emotional tantrums or distress tantrums, are related to the strong feelings with which the child is overwhelmed. It may be fear, it may be anger, it may be hunger. The non emotional tantrums are a child's way of reacting to a situation which he doesn't know how to handle differently. It could be a disappointment, it could be something else that he's reacting to other than any emotion. Now, the outcomes of both types of tantrums are the same. They yell, they shout, they start hitting at their parents or anybody else around them. The tips to prevent some tips to prevent tantrums could be: we have to teach emotional literacy to the children. Emotional regulation is another tip. We have to satisfy our child's need for control and autonomy. We have to communicate to a toddler. We underestimate a child's tendency to understand us, but that is not the case. We need to communicate. Just because we feel he won't be able to understand, we don't tell him, that is wrong. Another thing that I would like to mention is that, suppose we are going somewhere, we're going to somebody's house, or we are going to attend some function or party. I think it is better to make the child feel rested, to make him sleep in the afternoon, or to feed him before actually going for that function or somebody's house. It might take you time on the way, maybe because of traffic jams, maybe because you don't have anything available in the car. You feel, okay, fine, we're going for a party, we're going for a function, the child will go and have there. It's better to feed a child when you are about to move from the house. Whatever he is having there is extra, but at least feed him. He won't he won't exhibit tantrums when he goes there. He's not able to tell you that he's hungry or he's tired, but he's exhibiting it in some other way. And there's another thing. Sometimes we also get careless. Suppose it is dinner time for the child, and we have some candy bars lying around us or in the kitchen. So what do you expect the child to give up those candy bars for the dinner that you're going to serve him? So sometimes we have to put away those off limit temptations also that may lead to battle. So if we are taking up some of these steps, we might be able to stop the tantrums among the children. Ma'am, you're mute. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. Thank you once again
Thank
for
you.
this wonderful, insightful sharing. I'll respond the way you are just responding to all these questions. It has been an amazing. Thank you for what you've just shared with us right now. And let's go over to social media to see the reactions from our viewers. Okay, we have educators here. Please kindly ask your questions, and she's here to respond to your questions. Okay. All right. Let me start with this. Najla, she said, "Nice, thank you."
Thank you.
We have Amma here. Amma, thank you so much. Thank you too. Okay, we have Nina from Libya. Thank you for tuning in. Um, Okay, we have questions. Please ask your questions. I think we'll be wrapping up right now. Ask your question when you still have time for it. Okay. We have a question here. Yeah, thank you so much, Her Excellency Dr. Patricia Gonde, all the way from Zimbabwe. How best can you help a child who cannot sit still for more than 10 minutes, be it at home or at school? Wow. The stage is all yours now. Could you please respond to this,
Uh,
Her Excellency?
Yeah, ma'am. Sometimes what happens is that some children are hyperactive. We call that a child to be hyperactive. Sometimes some kind of training from the parents or the teachers might help. But if they're not able to tackle it, then they do need to take the help of the counselor in school. Now, Nowadays, we have counselor in most of the schools who do require counselors. So some special sessions have to be taken from them, but only after you feel that some positive reinforcements from your side are not working. As I told you, you might try by using some rewards. I'm not talking about punishments, I'm not in favor of any kind of punishment. But if you try some positive reinforcements by telling the child, see, actually there's a difference between blackmail and reinforcement. When you are bringing in some positive reinforcements, it might work for the child. But there are times when a child takes it for granted, and they, before the exams only, they blackmail their parents saying that, what if I get 60% in the exam? What will you get me? What if I get 80%? See, we are not supposed to use these kind of methods with the child. Whatever you are giving him is out of your own free will. You want to give it to the child. Don't force the child into giving you something which you don't want him to give, and which is not appropriate for his age also. So if he is very active, he is hyperactive, especially when the children were at home for the last 2 years, this is a major problem which the schools are facing once the children are going back. But then it is going to take time, and over a period of time, you will be able to overcome it. Your child needs some monitoring. Your child needs some person to, maybe you or maybe somebody else in the house, to sit with him. Only then this problem can be overcome.
Okay, thank you so much for that quick
Thank you, ma'am.
response. I believe Dr. Patricia, you watch our expert just responded to your question. Hope it's clear to you. And let's go. Let's move on. We have Isaiah. She's making her own point here. Lack of emotional intelligence and enhance social emotional learning skills in children. Yeah, thank you so much. I totally concur with you. I think we are going to do more about emotional intelligence because most students are suffering. That this world should be, we should be creating awareness, counseling students as regards words as regards to the emotional intelligence. Thank you so much. Um, we have Lashmin here from our YouTube handle. Thank you so much. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. If you're yet to
Thank you,
subscribe,
ma'am.
please do so. Wow, wonderful session. An eye opener to all, to everyone that tune in today. And it's one of I have a lot of my bags and basket of takeaways is has already filled up. I hope you have enough that will be going home with today. So let's see what Nina has to say. The theory of multiple intelligence is a theory developed by psychologist Howard Gardner in the year 1983 that says that there are many intelligences and not only two abilities, language communication and logical thinking, which have traditionally been considered the only indicators of intelligence adopted in intelligence tests. Wow, thank you for taking us back to this to this you really did well by letting us know what this theory is all about as regards to the multiple intelligence, yeah, that developed by this psychologist Howard. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
contribution. um we also have Sarah, I'm going to share the feedback form.
Hmm.
Thank you so much. For those of you that are just tuning in, you've really missed a lot. You really missed a whole lot. Okay, Isaiah said digital devices help to contain ADHD, ADHD children and increase their attention. Um, I think our psychologist here, could you please explain what ADHD, what that is means again? Uh, uh, this person said, no stitch, no sitting, only moving. Okay. Now, we welcome Her Excellency Professor Riahi Hidea, Due from Tunisia, the President and Project Director, Arab World. Thank you so much. Very good session, she said. Okay. We also have, I have not, from Dr. Patricia here. She said, I have noticed that some children pay attention before they go for break. Some after break time, most of them are hyperactive. What can be the cause? Of course, most of our students are hyperactive. What could be the cause? Could you please respond to this?
Ma'am, actually, it is very difficult for us also to sit in a class. Suppose if I am attending a seminar and if I'm made to sit on the same table and chair on which the children are sitting, I think even I won't be able to concentrate after a particular time. You see, it was a notion when we were in schools, it was a notion that when a teacher was teaching, and the first child who used to yawn in the school, in the class, the teacher got the cue that this child is not interested anymore and he has actually wandered off. But because of the kind of syllabuses that we have to complete these days, or the kind of pressure that are on us, we are not taking these cues also. We are not able to take in these cues. There are a lot of attractions that are available to a child these days when he gets back home. There are the mobile phones, he has his friends, he has the social media, he has a television to watch. So, how can he sit in the class? As far as we educators are concerned, it is also our onus that we have to make the content as what I mean to say is we have to make the content in such a way that it appeals to all categories of people, of all categories of students in the class. It should appeal to all the students in the class. So if our class is lively, if we are able to relate to nature, if we are able to explain to him in a playful manner, I don't think this restlessness will be there.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's move ahead. Okay, we have Diharaj said, she said, knowledgeable session. Of course,
Thank you.
I have grabbed a lot of takeaways here. Thank you so much. Nina, she said that verbal linguistic intelligence. Wow. Well developed verbal skills and sensitivity to the sounds, meaning, and readings of words. Two, logical mathematical intelligence, the ability to think conceptually and abstractly, of course, and the ability to distinguish logical and numerical patterns. Wow. Could you please break this down so that people people can understand what she's trying to, or what he is trying to say? Because we have a multiple intelligence. I can see conceptual there, abstract, and whatever. Could you please throw more light to that? For those that just tuning in, will be able to uh, understand what she's talking about. Thank you.
See, basically, all the students are not the same in all the subjects. At least as far
Yeah.
as my country is concerned, I'm talking about India. A child is expected to know three languages up to class eight. They have to they have to do mathematics also, science, even EVS or social science. So sometimes what we see is a child is faring well in all the subjects, getting an A1 in all the subjects, good grades, but there may be children who are doing very well in maths, but they're not able to cope up with the language. So there are differences in the children also. It's not always that a person or child is able to score well in everything. So we have choices for children. After eighth class, eighth standard, when they've already done three languages, then they drop a language and they go in for two languages. Again, we have a choice for the students after 10th class. They can take up the subjects or the vocational streams according to their interest. So if a child who is not very good in maths, he can take up something else. Maybe he's good in a language, he can take up some subject and then he can do his master's, his graduation or master's in that particular subject. So we have
Okay.
children who have different choices, they have different levels, and they have different levels of understanding also. And then it becomes easy for them to take up the subject or the stream of their choice.
All right. Thank you so much for that
Thank you, madam.
wonderful explanation. And I believe, Nina, you've it's clear to you what she just explained. Let's continue.
Yes.
Isaiah, she said, every child is unique. Yes,
Yes,
just like
definitely.
people said, Every child is unique and we have multiple intelligence. There are some students that you see them, they are not good in maths, but when it comes to the curricular activities and even non-curricular activities, you see them performing well. So every child is unique in his or her own way, okay? And mind you, every child is intelligent because we have
Hmm.
multiple intelligences. So thank you so much. It's an amazing session. Wow, thank you.
Thank you.
Um, Amazing session. Thank you so much. And Fatima, Her Excellency from Egypt, wonderful session.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here, for your support. Without you all, we won't be here that we know technology skills that we won't be here today to share our thoughts, especially our guest certified psychologist that just shared her nuggets of wisdom. Thank you for your support. It has been interactive session all the way. I just must commend everyone for your active participation. And please kindly fill in the feedback forms. It has already been pasted there on the chat box. Could you please do that? And do not share this link with anyone that that is not a part and parcel of this interactive session. Okay. Let's continue. Digital devices really is a problem for children. They want to play on mobiles all day. How can we face this problem? Could you comment on this, please? Okay, let me allow the guest expert to throw her light on this.
I
The
am
stage
very
is
sorry
yours.
to say, but it is we as parents who have given them access to the mobile phones. We actually
Yeah,
give them the mobile phones thinking that yes, during the time of pandemic they had their online classes, they had to, or we are informed where they are going, because in India we have this system of having parallel classes in the evening. They go for their coaching classes, and also that enables the parents to keep a track. But I
yeah,
think they should know their limits. We should be able to draw boundaries. I know initially they'll throw tantrums, but you have to explain to them what harm it does to you, to your eyes. And most important thing these days is that since they are sitting all the time, they are sitting on their social media networks and all, they are not able, they're not going out, they're not going out to play. So we should be able to set a time for them that when you come back home, you have to do your homework, you have to sleep, you have to go out, and then you can be given the phone. I don't think till a particular age they should be allowed to use the phone on their own, independently at least. It is only in our supervision that we should be able to hand the phone to them, because inadvertently, I don't think they are, maybe at times, maybe I may be wrong also, but at times they might be also indulging in certain activities that is not for their age, because we can't keep a,
yeah.
if you're busy in the kitchen or if you're doing some work, you won't be able to keep a track. So it's better you allow only limited access to them, and as far as possible engage them. If they have the phone, give them, or give them a task. Okay, you do this, or come out with me to the market, let's go out and play. Only then they'll be able to get rid of this habit of being on the phone all the time.
Yeah. Thank you. You've just nailed it. I really
Thank you.
totally concord with what you've just said. We should be there to guide them. We should be there. I think then using mobile devices is not wrong, but when you are there to guide them, teach them on media, that's very, very important for us to guide or teach our student or what the uh, media literacy is very, very important. Not as a habit, using them all through. They can use it to learn as well, but you will be there to guide them. Okay, so because we are in a 21st century, even in some schools, the devices has been provided, but it must be scrutinized. There are some
Yes.
social media platform will be disabled entirely from that device, so they won't be able to, unless maybe if they want to go for a they want to do research and whatever, a teacher or a coordinator must be there to guide them so that they will not deviate from the actual thing that that device is meant for. This is a social media, and the world that we are in right now, there's a lot of things going on. That's why we should be able to teach them or guide them as regards to this media literacy. Is very, very important. Thank you so much for having said that. Let's continue. Thank you. We are just wrapping it up. It's
Thank
just
you.
the remaining questions. We are done for the day. Thank you so much. And we also have uh, yeah. Thank you so much. Control from a central point. Yeah, I think you have a point there. It should be
Hmm.
control from a central point. Thank you so much. And we have AK. AK said, AK said, it is very important for our professionals. Definitely, it's very, very important for our professionals. Then we also have Patricia, Dr. Patricia. Thank you for the response. At one time, we thought maybe the hyperactivity was due to juices that juices they take at break time, and we withdrew the juices and they brought in milk and water, but we still had some issues. Thank you for the explanation. Yeah, she really break it down to everyone to understand. Thank you. Uh, yes, we have Professor Sue all the way from Iran.
Yes.
Children are different with different abilities and needs. Wow, thank you so much, Professor, for your contribution. And Patricia, thank you, Dr. Patricia. She said, wonderful session. The what do you say? Where is the form? I can't see it. Please resend it. I've already shared that. Please scroll through the comment section. You will see it there. It has already been pasted there, but I'm going to reshare it anyway. Thank you for your wonderful insight. Thank you, Nina. You really contributed so well today. Thank you for your active participation. This is how it should be, to get everyone involved, because this topic is is a thought-provoking topic that everyone should be a part and parcel of. Okay. We have very useful session today. Thank you for your your excellency. Thank you. Thank you so much for Dr. Abbas. Honestly, you've won the top contributor of the day. You really challenged us. You really inspired us and motivated us. Thank you so much for your time and for being here today. We learned a lot from you. That is what sharing is caring is all about. Don't hold back your nuggets of wisdom out yourself. Share it out. Okay, I've already shared the form has already been shared. Okay, I'm going to reshare that. Please, I'm going to reshare the feedback form. Okay, so we have this very valuable information for everyone. Wow. For everyone, honestly, not just a particular. I have a bags of of takeaways I'm going home with. I don't know
Thank
about
you.
you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Okay. Um, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. I don't know where you okay. This should be Tunisian twin. Her Excellency Jazia Abidi. I think I'm right. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. Merci beaucoup. Thank you all for your wonderful thoughts. Thank you. We really want to appreciate our guest experts here today. And before we call it a day, please, ma'am, thank you. We really appreciate it. This is actually the first time you're coming on the show, and you really exhibit your uh, professional work ethics with us today. And the way you just responded to all the reactions from our viewers is awesome. Thank you for being here today, and keep up the commendable job you'll be doing in the world, just globally, not just in your community. Thank you so much, and for being here today. We are honored to have you. On behalf of the 24 Digi Skills Management, we congratulate you for job well done, and please we would like you to share your pattern shots with us before we draw the curtain of today's talk show to an end. Share your pattern shot and motivate and inspire us before we now finally draw the curtain to an end. The stage is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Just one more thing I have to add. This just came up incidentally because here they had mentioned about juices. So I would just like to suggest to all the parents, it is better that you don't make your children drink fruits. Instead of giving them fruit juices, it's better that you make them get into the habit of eating that fruit. And if you want to give them something which you really feel they need, you can give them smoothies instead of, you should avoid the juices that are available in the market. I would just like to end this wonderful session. I was very apprehensive. I had a fear because it was the first time I'm coming on a live show. I would end by quoting Nelson Mandela. Few things make the life of a parent more rewarding and sweet as successful children. And same was also mentioned by was mirrored by the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, when he said the children inherit the qualities of their parents no less than their physical features. Environment does play an important part, but the original capital on which a child starts his life is inherited from his ancestors. I'm really indebted to Dr. Uche, for having provided me this opportunity for interacting with you all. And just one last parting thought is that the word Uche in Nigerian language means intention, will. And ma'am, Your Excellency, you'll be surprised to know in Hindi, the word Uche actually means placed on a very high pedestal. So the word uche has also a meaning in Hindi
Oh,
also. Yes, on a very high place. When you place someone on a very high elevated place, that is uche. So I don't know whether somebody told you
wow.
this or not. So in Nigerian language, it means
No,
intention
I'm
or
just
will.
hearing that.
You're just hearing that. So
I'm
it
just
means
hearing
on a
that.
very
Wow.
a high someone who's placed on a high pedestal. So I'm really very grateful to you and your organization, 25 hours digital skills, that you have provided me this opportunity, and all the others who have attended my session. Thank you so much. Namaskar from me. Thank you, ma'am.
Namaste Ji. Namaskar.
Namaste. Thank you. Namaste from India.
Hi. Honestly, I'm so honored and delighted to have you here today, as in having
Thank
you
you.
for the first time. It
Thank
doesn't
you.
really matter if I've had you 1,000 times, but today is special because because of the nature of the topic, thought provoking topic, is something that we should welcome, and we should be discussing about this every day, because there are some things that we parents are doing that we think that we are doing the right thing, not knowing that we are endangering the future of the child or students. So these parenting skills, just like you just narrow it down to us, we as teachers, it still boils down back to us that we should take a positive step, reinforcement, reinforcement, positive reinforcement in
Positive.
correcting. Positive reinforcement is a must. Okay, in admonishing a child. And again, you should not be using don't word. Don't word is going to put off the child away. Okay, so we should imbibe the attitude of gratitude all the time, appreciate them with for little effort, for their little, contribution. That's why you see me all the time. The words of affirmation,
Yes.
appreciation is very, very
Yes.
important. Those that are just tuning in today, I used to appreciate them, welcome them officially. So that words of affirmation, acknowledging one's little worth, effort, okay, is very, very important. So it's all go back to the in a teaching and learning process. Even when a child is not doing it right, acknowledge the child in love, using positive reinforcement so that the child will understand better. We should not all the time use don't or forcing or getting in the way of their decisions. I have bags of takeaways I'm going home with. So I really want to appreciate you.
Thank you,
We
ma'am.
really want
Thank you.
to we want to be having you all the time because this topic is very, very important for us all, especially in the teaching and learning process. We as teachers, parents, we are number one parent in the whole wide world. Whether you believe it or not, this session is amazing, amazing. And if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do that. For our returning subscribers, we really appreciate you. Like and follow us on our Facebook page for more juicy, what will I say? We have a lot of a project, raytime project coming up. And please join us. We have one ongoing now. 24 Digi Skills is associated with Sushana project. I'm sorry, just have to share this, make this announcement before we call it a day. I'm freezing my network. Okay, I believe you can hear me. I believe you can
Yes.
hear me, right?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can.
So,
Hmm.
okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much
You muted yourself, ma'am.
I'm so sorry about that. His
Yeah.
network is raining,
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
raining over. So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate all of you, educators, students out there, those that wished 24 Digi Skills happy second anniversary on 6th of August. And of course, your birthday wishes to me and to us, to 24 Digi Skills. We really appreciate all your wishes, best wishes. And on behalf of 24 Digi Skills, we say a gigantic thank you to all of you. Without you all, there will be no 24 Digi Skills. Without you all, there will be no me here today. Without you all, I wouldn't have been in this platform this platform of sharing is caring. Of course, 24 Digi Skills, we are growing every day. We are getting bigger and better. And thank you for your maximum support. Your support system is out of what experience for me. And you know, sharing is caring program and the other conferences, SDGs. Uh, Thank you for all your support of the student that has participated in our competitions, SDGs, project conferences, and educators as well. So thank you. You all are part of our success stories. And this really shows that there is light at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't really matter your religion. It doesn't really matter the nuggets of wisdom that you have, which we are preaching. That you don't have to keep that all to yourself, because if you have acquired the whole knowledge in this wide world without imparting lives positively, it doesn't make any sense. That is why this platform is here to encourage and motivate teachers, students, everyone from every walks of lives to share their thoughts on a particular subject matter. 24 Digi School doesn't segregate, okay? We don't, we are, we doesn't support any form of racism or religious discrimination. No, we are one. What really matters is that we are here on this platform to learn with and from each other, to share our nuggets of wisdom through trainings, webinars, conferences, even this edu talk shows, and so on and so forth. So we didn't encourage bullying of all sorts. So that is why we are here today. I'm so happy to acknowledge everyone, those that has contributed in the growth of 24 Digi Skills, and also to appreciate all you educators, those that has been supportive, the wonderful participants that are always here weekly. Um, to support us. Thank you so much. We really, we really acknowledge all your efforts. Okay, you all our source of inspirations and the driving force for motivation. Without you all, as I always say, there won't be me, there won't be us. And to appreciate all of you that has contributed in one way or the other to make sure that Uche gets healthy. I can never forget that. I always imbibe the attitude for gratitude. Okay, so please, I'm I must be honest with you. I really appreciate you all. I love every one of you. Doesn't matter any country you are from. I'm black, you're white. It doesn't make sense. What is making sense right now is we have one goal, one mission. Join us in the movement of digital skills today, future ready tomorrow. 24 DG skills promote United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDG 4, which is inclusive and equitable quality education, and to promote lifelong learning and best practices for all. 24 DG skills bridge the gaps of digital divide by integrating 21st century learning skills. Join us in this movement. Okay, we have platforms that you can join us. We have our groups. Join us for to be notified of our upcoming events, projects ongoing now. 24 G skills is Sushana project. If you're yet to register, you can do that. We are coming up with more projects that we get students and educators, global educators involved. Call to planet action, call to UN SDG action, real time action projects. So stay tuned and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, just like I said, and support us in any way possible in this movement of digital skills today, future ready tomorrows. 24 digit skills, apart from this, 24 digit skills engages in major events. We do trainings, upskilling teachers with edutech tools and resources that will engage and maximize student learning outcome. The tools, edutech tools and resources that will spark curiosity, cultivate empathy, that we make students to think out of box to identify real world problem and prefer possible and practical solutions to them. We also do a SDG project, just like I said, SDG project and webinars, trainings, and competitions to create awareness as regards to global goals, Agenda 2030. So 24 Digi Skills is always here, and we are growing bigger and, of course, better. Join us, okay, to nurture the great minds. Join us in promoting and upskilling our future generations. Education is the passport and the key to the future. That is why me as a person personally, I'm building a sustainable ecosystem of lifelong learning and best practices for all, especially when our wards or students eventually when they leave school, they'll be able to become a member of workforce for them to be digitally or become digital citizen. So please, 24 Digital Schools promote United Nations Global Agenda once again. Join us in this movement. And I really want to thank everyone that joined us. I will use this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of our mentor, our counselor, our co-founder, Her Excellency, Her Royal Majesty, uh, Queen Professor Dr. Elizabeth Lucas. Thank you so much, all the way from UK. Thank you. Your presence is well acknowledged. Thank you so much. And oh, you're still saying that present. I've already done that. Okay, I'm going to share once again. Your network is unstable. I've already shared it. Could you please scroll down to the comments? You will see all that. Okay, you will see the feedback form. And thank you, the president and project director, Arab World, Her Excellency. Professor Hidi Ariahi. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you so much, everyone, those that are tuning today. Today's topic is really thought provoking topic. Okay. It doesn't really matter if it's all about, no, whether a teacher, educator, or biological parents. Parenting skills, positive parenting skills is something that the tips is something that we should be part and parcel of. I really want to appreciate those of you that really contributed to this. To make this session interactive, because it has been an interactive session all the way. Thank you, everyone, those that are tuning. The topic is thought-provoking topic, and without you all, there will be no us. And all thanks goes to our certified psychologist, mind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm
Thank
going through the comment sections. People are commenting. People are still commenting. Thank you so much. It's thought-provoking topic, and our certified experts here really narrow it down to us, and we really digest it. I have a lot of takeaways that I'm going home with. Thank you, everyone. Do not mind my eyes and all that. Sorry, having some issues, but it's okay. Um, Today's session is very, very significant. Yeah, thank you. I really want to let me place this. It's very, very important. We're about to call it a day. It's very, very important in the life of our students, our wards, whether you are biological parent or you're not. As far as you're a teacher, you're an educator, you're a leader, is very, very important. And we should know and understand that there are some things that we think that we are doing right when it comes to the leadership. Okay, why we are doing wrong. This key point that I'm going home with, my takeaways. First of all, let me rephrase that. One, we should not be using don't word all the time. Okay, rather we should imbibe the positive reinforcement using words of affirmation to correct or to correct our student or our child when anytime that they goes wrong. We should not get in the way of their decision. Let them decide on what to do, as far as that is not going to is not as far as that is not going to be a detriment to their future or health. But sometimes let them take positive decision. You are there to guide and support and motivate them. Okay, so uh wow, we have students here. Thank you so much. uh Zimbabwe student, thank you so much for being here. Pofu, sorry if I didn't pronounce your name so well. Melida, all the way from Sibia, if I'm not, I think from Sibia. That's why I say you should, mention where you are tuning in from. Thank you so much. Nice session. Thank you, our Honorable Excellency, for very interesting session. Thanks for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate you all. Please do not forget that at all times, you should use the words of affirmation. Okay, whenever you want to admonish your child, use the words of affirmation, and before you now correct the child. Okay, yeah, we should. I think that's all. I really want to appreciate our guest today, our expert from India. Thank you, thank you. Once again, we really appreciate everyone. Those that tune in today for this amazing topic. Okay, the final word for me. Please keep up doing what you are passionate for. Please do not allow you maybe transfer aggression on your child. Okay, before you enter your class or before you start to lessons you have for the day, push aside whatever that is bugging you, that has been eating you up. In that mood to transfer the aggression to your child. Okay, so be positive. Okay, think no matter what you're going through, all the challenges you're going through, way of your happiness. All right. Face all the time, just like I used to do all the time. Smile covers a lot of things. When you're smiling, you're going to be feeling good. But when you frown your face, you're going to grow wrinkle all the time. Even when you are experiencing the bad moment in your life, but try to sometimes cover up so that we not feel bad at that moment. Okay. Thank you so much. And please do not allow whatever is going on in your right now to get in the way of your happiness. I'm using myself as an example. I don't want whatever that I'm experiencing right now to get in the way of my happiness. Smiling, be positive, covers it. Yes, if I can't do it, you can do it. Everyone can. Thank you so much. And I will invite our speaker on screen. Yeah, welcome back. So I've taken much of your time.
I'm
Thank you
delighted.
so
I
much.
had a
Thank you
wonderful
so much.
session
Please,
with you. You are a
final.
gem of a person. And I really wish that you are able to fulfill all your goals. You're able to fulfill all your dreams. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for having me in. Really wonderful. I have no words to express my gratitude
All
to
right.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
To
thank
me,
you. Thank
both
you.
to you and your
A lot of
organization
people are
and the
just
co-host. Wonderful.
okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your
Thank you.
support system. Just I always say, all of you are driving a force for our motivation and source of inspirations. Thank you for your support, your maximum support. Thank you, everyone. Wow, people are still commenting. That's great. Thank you for still here with us. A truly commendable session. Thanks, Dr. Uche and Jukuma, for bringing wonderful panelists to speak on these issues, which concern both adults as well as parents. That's what I said earlier on. That is not just meant for a biological parent, but everyone, regardless where you are, where you find yourself, you are a leader. Okay. So there are some things, please let me say it again. There are some things that we think that we are doing that is right. Why is affecting the future of that child? Please make sure that you're going home with these bags of the tips, parenting, positive parenting skills tips, please. And make sure, let's just amend in our ways, accept the fact that we are models, and this child, this student are looking up to us. We are their role models. Let's try to impact them positively. And we are in this sharing is caring talk show. Let me say it again. When you have accumulated the whole wisdom in this world without imparting life positively, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you hold it back all to yourself? You need to share the knowledge that God has bestowed on you with one another. That really shows that you exhibiting love, oneness, togetherness. Okay, so don't hold it that back all to yourself. Share. As you're sharing, it truly means that you love one another, regardless where you're from. Because if you're white, you're blue or black or whatever, it doesn't really matter. What matters is what your input you're making, is it impacting lives positively? That's what really matters. And in this platform, we have one mission and one goal. It doesn't matter where you come from. We are here to learn with and from each other, and together we can achieve more. Thank you, everyone, once again, for sharing your thoughts, especially today is very, very interactive session, and all of you that has contributed in one way or the other. We really appreciate you. Ah, it's okay, Your Excellency. You don't need to apologize. Okay, thank you. Your presence really matters. At least you really heard one or two things from our expert guest today. And for those of you that always been this supportive, continue doing what you're passionate about and stay positive all the time, regardless. Thank you everyone for always being here for me and for us. Thank you. And wow. Yes, I let me take it from our co-founder here. Thank you so much. She said, yes, she's the director and founder of Yes You Can International UK. Her Excellency, Her Royal Majesty, Honorable Elizabeth, Professor Doctor Elizabeth Lucas. Thank you so much. Yes, sharing is loving, loving is sharing.
Yes, sharing.
Thank you so much. Yes, regardless what we are facing, we are putting on our smile all the time. Okay. Yes, we can achieve more together. Thank you so much. Always a great job. Thank you, everyone, for being part of this wonderful interactive session. Honestly, today's topic is really awesome. Parenting, positive parenting skills. The tips, there's a lot of tips, okay, that have been shared here today. And if you really miss it, if you really miss out from the beginning, you can uh, preview the pre-recorded video on our Facebook page at 21st Digi Skills, and also on our YouTube channel or handle. We have, 21st Digi Skills. So please, you can preview the video to catch up with where you've missed. Honest, because today's topic is really awesome, and I wouldn't want you to miss out from it because our expert here narrowed everything down to us, and what she said that we should be doing. I've learned a lot today, and I believe you as well. Thank you so much. I think we are going to call it a day. It has been a long day. Thank you so much. And on behalf of 24 Digi Skills Management, I say again, congratulations to our expert certified psychologist for coming on the show today to share her thoughts on this subject matter topic, positive parenting skills tips. And we believe that those that tune in earlier on, that they are already gone home with bags of takeaways. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and we would like to have you more, because it's not something that can just done in a day. No, it's not possible. We should continue doing that, and we'd like to have you back. Thank you.
Thank you.
And without further ado, I think I'm going to. Uh, all right, I'm going to. We are going to draw the curtain of this sharing is caring talk show to an end. Are you an educator out there? Are you a teacher? It doesn't matter the field that you find yourself, or the field that you're in. Are you ready to share your nuggets of wisdom with us? The windows of collaborations and opportunity is open. 24 Digi Skills windows of collaboration, of speaking sessions, whatever is open. So join us in this movement. Just like I said, you are highly welcome to share your nuggets of wisdom with us. Thank you so much. And honestly, I'm so happy. You see, today's topic is very, very interactive. Uh, people are, commenting, share their thoughts on a particular topic. I mean, question. That is unbelievable. This topic, people they said, I could remember vividly that one person said that she can't wait that this topic it has a wow factor. It has this kind of a jaw dropping factor, because it should be what everyone should be part and parcel of. Thank you once again for being here, for coming on the show, and we will have you back. So get ready to come back for this amazing, maybe another segment, okay, another episode. Thank you, everyone. Uh, some people are just tuning in. I don't know. So people are, okay, I've seen 21st Digit Skills Vice President in the person of His Excellency Von Eric Tandok, the Toastmaster himself, all the way from Alberta, Canada. Thank you. Your presence is acknowledged. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we are just ready to call it off, call it, draw the curtain to an end. And thank you, Violet, all the way from, I think, as from Zambia, right? If I'm not wrong. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Wow, that's really great.
Yes.
Okay, this person said, okay. I also acknowledge the presence of His Excellency Honorable Innocent Dijang from Nigeria. He is a board of director, one of the board of directors, um, yeah, branding and communications, 24 digit skills. Thank you so much. The society is a reflection of the family. Let's bring up our children in a beautiful way. Yes, I totally concur with you. It's even biblical that we should bring up the child the way it should be, so that when he or she grows up, that she will never depart from it. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, I think I'm going to call it a, uh, call I'm going to call it a day now. Thank you, everyone. So see you same time next week. See you again next week. We have events coming up, but by next week we have a talk show every Triving Wednesday, Triving Thursday, and we also have countries that's affiliated to 24 digit skills. So if they're coming up with any program or event or activities, that's why I implore you to like and follow our page to be updated uh, in our upcoming events. So be updated as you follow us. Thank you as you join us in this movement of um, digital skills today, future ready tomorrow, and do have a wonderful week ahead. Have a positive vibe and stay blessed. You can. Okay? Always smile. Smile to cover your pains. All right? Okay. Bye bye.
Take care of your health. Bye bye.